So I had never heard of this particular drum company before I came across this drum. I was given this drum by a friend of mine numerous years ago. He was given it by a friend of his who brought it back from New York. He used it for a while as his main snare drum, and then sort of it went to being a backup snare drum, and then he just gave it to me because he didn't want it anymore. And I think for me, this drum and this video kind of just go to show that you don't need an expensive drum to have, you know, or produce a decent sound. Now, the drum itself, lovely stick-on badge there. I love stick-on badges, as I may have said before. Generic. Generic's probably a good word for this drum because I think there's probably nothing on here which isn't generic. I mean, the lug design may well be generic. I don't know. It's different, you know, but it's a one-piece lug with you know, the little ridge there. Sort of fairly generic strainer there. Generic butt plate. You know, generic hoops. Generic strainer. Generic wires. You know, generic. I mean, interesting. The air hole is actually sort of almost recessed, but you know, it's a brass shell, as you'll be able to tell. It's a welded shell, and the weld is just there. 8 lug, snare bed's sort of there, so I could put 42s on it. And I've put this. For some reason, it's got a coated GT on the top. Not quite sure why. I put that on there, and 300. Oh, it's a 500. It's a 500 CL. Bearing edge, very standard for a metal drum. Other than that, you know, this isn't a drum that I've used very often. Apart from when I think really I dug it out fairly recently just to change the bottom head because it had a, you know, a dent in it, and it needed changing. But I thought I'd take it out, try it, and it actually sounded pretty good. So, but anyway, you don't need expensive stuff to have a decent sound. That's the moral of this video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.